Dear students, we would like to discuss about the double diamond approach, which is used for process validation. Indeed, process validation plays a significant role in any product design. The double diamond approach, the name itself says, it's a combination of two diamonds, and it uses the concept called convergence as well as divergence. This is one of the well-known design approach proposed by British Council. Indeed, it will help a pictorial approach for the design process. Now I would like to share the concepts with the help of my screenshots to you. I'm Professor Mallikarjun Rao, working in CSE department of Gokaraju Rangaraju Institute of Engineering and Technology. Here we will see the various aspects of the double diamond approach for design validation. First of all, we'll see what is the design validation. Indeed, design validation is an important activity in a product development. It determines if you are building a right product, does the device work as intended for the end users? Indeed, it's a significant concept. When you are designing, let us say, medical ventilator, you have to understand where it's going to be used and how you can add the various requirements and whether they're suited for that particular user or not. And normal flow is user needs and identify what are the inputs from that. You have to develop a design process, identify the design output, and then you need to do the verification process and finally validate it. If you are not satisfied, you repeat it. That means the prototype has to be shown to the user and the process is going to be repeated. And what are the basic steps? It's comprised of it comparing with the similar equipment performing the similar purposes, simulating their functionalities and developing the mathematical model, testing the final design to prove the system operates as defined in the user needs. And it associates with test plan, test cases, test execution records, test results, and they are to be documented and maintained as a part of design process. Validation entirely is not the result of a single activity, but it is collection of results from all validation activity. So the double design model is relatively well known methodology proposed by Design Council in 2005. The double diamond method was produced a simple graphical way of describing the design process. It associates with four basic phases. You can call it as 4Ds: discover, define, develop, and deliver. Each phase incorporates an iterative loops in exploration and testing can occur. Phases can be altered as per the requirement of customer. You can customize each individual phase. And very importantly, it is following the aspect of the design thinking, the divergence as well as convergence. Here, a sample graphical approach shown here. You identify the first phase is nothing but discover. You understand the problem, identify what are its variants, and generate as many variants as possible with respect to the problem. This is called divergence. You are divergence, potentially many definitions for that problem, environment, you are getting it. After that, identify the best one you are going to solve it. It is called convergence. And we say this point as problem definition or design brief. Once you are having a problem definition problem in hand, you have to develop the solutions. Again, you think as many possibles as possible, develop the several solutions. It is a quantity, not the quality. Afterwards, this is again a divergence. So this is a convergence, divergence, again divergence. Then you need to find out the best one that's going to fit the users. This is nothing but convergence. So you are identifying the best solution suit for that product. And you have to repeat this process if it is not satisfied, shown to the user, and user can post their hypothesis, requirements, and so on. So this gives a complete double diamond approach for a design process. The discovery phase is nothing but gathering the data. You gather as much data as possible and then identify variant definitions for that problem. The objective of the stage within the double diamond model is to identify and contextualize the actual problem and an opportunity. Then in the definition phase, you filter out the ones that are not related and identify the best. We can say no and no goes, which one you have to do and which one you are not supposed to do. So it's called as a convergence. And the development stage involves multidisciplinary work, incorporate as many people as possible of different skills. They can provide the variety of the solutions and they apply their skill set and they import the creativity to the solution. This is called development stage. Again, it is a divergence. And finally, you pick out the best one. It's a convergence. The final testing is done. One look at the product, make sure that there are no issues with it, and then hand over to the customer. It's a delivery phase. And you need to go through the legalities and all other aspects. In a correct double diamond approach framework is useful for industry, and the product design is going to be fairly simple. You can represent with the graphical model, and it seems very helpful for the startups and all other things. Thank you.